What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D, and you're watching Finaitainment News. Now, if you missed the video that I posted earlier, then please click the very first link in the description below to watch that video. In that video, I said that I was going to be back to post the rest of Falynn Instagram Live because she was on Instagram Live for over an hour. But of course, I'm going to just get to the parts that I feel like is relevant.
Hello. So tonight, because it's oh so cold outside, I did horrible on that curl. I'm going to recycle an outfit. If y'all know me, y'all know I love recycling some outfits, but I'm gonna recycle an outfit, y'all. I have not gone shopping for myself in God knows how long, and I won't be doing that anytime soon. Troy just turned 16. We had his Super 16 birthday on the 19th. Before that is Emma. Before that is Liam and Jalen. And now I'm going to Christmas and the New Year. It's hectic around here, y'all. I've been exhausted. Like, I have not socialized with anyone. I've been staying in the house every single day. That's why you don't see me very active on social media. I mean, not even my TikTok, because I've just been so crazy busy. Then a lot of you know that I was selling my family's puppies for them. They literally just left an hour ago. They had already been purchased like the day that I posted them, and this next day that I posted them as well, but the following day, but they were just picked up. All of them are finally in their new homes, so at least I've scratched that off of my list. But I've just been all over the place, y'all. I'm exhausted, and I'm only going out tonight because Jalen begged me. He's like, you need to get out the house. You can't just stay in the house and just go into a cocoon all day, every day. And I agree, so here we go. Yay. I get to go socialize. It's gonna be so much fun. How did I ensure they went to a good home? You know what's crazy is that every time I get puppies from my family, usually most of my friends want them. Or it's people that I know through my friends, things like that. So I never really get to give my puppies to strangers. Even after everything you've been through this year, do you feel like you healed a lot this year? Ooh, that's a good question. Thank you for putting me on the spot because I did not pre-read that. Do I feel like I healed a lot? I feel like, and you guys can help me out with this actually, because I just started a new part of therapy. I'm always switching up. Not necessarily therapists, just different types of therapy. I think this year was more about self-reflection rather than trying to, in the way I do, logically understand every little thing that's going on in my life or that happened in my past. I think this year for me was all about learning how to self-love after trauma, if that makes sense. And I think that's what I've been going through. So as far as healed, I don't like using the word healed as in past tense, as if I'm already healed already from everything I've ever been through, because healing is like an endless journey, you know. So did I heal a lot? No. I just feel like I'm taking baby steps, you know. I'm not overwhelming myself anymore. There was at one point in time I was overwhelming myself because the media and everybody was telling me to move on, and you know, they were telling me how to think or how to feel. And you know, a lot of celebrities, they have thick skin and everything, but it still does get to people. You know, the comments and everything and what people have to say, it still gets to you, and you really do start looking at yourself like, dang, like, am I doing something wrong? Like, am I not going about my life right? You know, am I not thinking about this correctly? What, you know, is there a better or a quicker way I can go about this? Or am I guilty, you know, for being in a new relationship or whatever? You know, you just start beating yourself up. And I think this year for me was just really taking a step back from everyone else's opinions and really getting to know myself and trying to understand and giving myself grace. I know that was a lot, but I hope I answered your question. Would you go back to your short haircut or no? Yeah, I love short hair. And I have a small head, so I feel like short hair always looks good on me. Do your boys seem happier now that they have Jalen as opposed to the father figure they had in 2020? I don't know about necessarily comparing father figures. I think comparing the mother that they had in 2020 to the mother that they have in 2022, they are a lot happier with that mom, yeah. You know, they've expressed to me that they remember in my previous relationship that I wasn't present for dinner. You know, that I was always eating in my bedroom. And of course it wasn't true, but I wasn't even trying to, you know, debate with them whether or not that was true, because I would cook dinner, and dinner, I always set the table up and we always ate at the dinner table. I don't think that they were communicating it correctly. I think what they were trying to say was that I probably wasn't mentally there at dinner, or, you know, they just don't remember me there. And that was good enough, you know, for me to hear that even though I was there, to them, I wasn't, you know. So I think as far as father figures go, you know, they're boys, they're all about mommy. So they're not really worried about the men. They're worried about me. And as long as I'm happy, they're happy, you know. And I think it's just more important to focus on the fact that they feel better with the person that I am today.
Someone is at peace and is genuinely happy. This is what happens, okay? The answer to that question could have gone left, and she could have shaded the previous father figure in her children's life, but she didn't. Instead, she brought all of the attention back to her. And what she said was so true and is so true. As a parent, if you are not all there and you are not yourself, your kids can sense that. And it starts to reflect in how you parent. And that is not a person that your children wants to be around. So I'm glad that she was able to work through that.
Thank you for that, giving me those flowers. I need to hear it sometimes, you know, because I always go back and you know how we like tend to double back and think about like, what if I would have came out first, you know, with this and that, or what if I would have said this, or what if I would have stooped to something, a certain level, you know, would it have been a better outcome, you know, would people have seen the truth or understood this or that, or does it even matter? You know, I'm constantly going through these things in my mind, and I really shouldn't be. Like, I shouldn't. But I do. And which is the main reason as to why I'm in therapy now. Because I really just want to learn how to give myself grace, you know, and let go of what it is that you can't control or change. And, you know, I say these things a lot, but when you're actually put to the test, it's like, oh, shit. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, you know? So. Oh, I love you. Has my hair always been this long? Yes. Except for the times where I cut it. But yeah, it has. As a child, it was not very manageable. I was just like a poof ball. I've been following you since 2019, and I can definitely see the change and the glow up spiritually. Oh, thank you, Sean. Wow, 2019. You're an OG. Is Atlanta a safe place to live? I mean, I think in every city in the U.S. there's crime, you know, and there's bad places. Atlanta's no different. But I would say so. I've never had, thankfully, thank the Lord, I've never had any issues with crime in Atlanta. I'm also a very safe person. I always have my gun on me. And I'm not afraid to use it. And Georgia has a stand your ground law. So, pow pow. If you want to run up. But I've never had those issues. I don't do stupid things like leave my car running. You know, it's really careless things that, you know, people do in order for that stuff to happen. I'm not saying always, I'm just saying. You see that stuff everywhere though. What was your career like before being a public figure? I had a 9-to-5. My first job I ever had, I worked at Sonic, where I was a car hop. From there, I worked at Burger King, where I worked the morning shift. I had just given birth to Troy, and you know, I was just a kid, and I had to do what I had to do. I worked when I was pregnant at Sonic with Troy and Dylan both, all the way up until I was 8 months pregnant. And then when I had Liam, I worked at a doctor's office as at the front desk, and I worked there for a long time in LA, and working on my acting career and things like that, and modeling career. And then I met Simon, and then I moved back to Atlanta from LA. And I mean, you guys pretty much know everything from there. No, I'm no longer in oil. That was a quick business that I had. Loved it, learned a lot. The only thing that I regret about it is that I didn't learn as much as I feel like I should have. But a lot of lessons within that. I'll tell you guys that another day. I love you and your transparency. Tell you guys, there's a lot of power in transparency. I tell Jalen all the time, I think my biggest fear about having my platform is no longer being relatable. I want to make sure that I'm always relatable, you know, to normal people, because at the end of the day, that's what I am. I'm a normal person who went through a lot of the same struggles as everyone else, if not more, shit. So I speak up and I'm transparent because I want people to be able to learn from me so they don't have to go through everything that I went through, you know? It's called sharing knowledge. I don't know why people love to keep their knowledge to themselves. It's the most annoying characteristic. When I meet a person and I ask them a question, which isn't often that I ask questions, but when I do and I feel like they're being, you know, distant or they don't want to share knowledge or anything, I will never talk to that person ever again in life. Ever. Because 9 times out of 10, they're probably a snake. Anyway, but yeah, no, I can't stand people like that. Or like my favorite ones, even the silly light things. My favorite ones are when you ask somebody where they got like a piece of clothing and they're like, oh, I don't know, a boutique. And I'm like, okay, whatever, you know. If I say I don't know where I got something, I legit mean I don't fucking know. And 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna tell you to check my tag. Like, I'll tell you real quick if I got it from a boutique or if I got it from Target, you know? But I'm never gonna just be like, oh, who knows? I'm gonna at least try. Why didn't you join RHOA? They don't want me, but regardless of that, I don't fit in there. Like, what about me fits in? I know you guys say you love seeing me on Real Housewives, but what about me fits in with Real Housewives? Let's be honest. I don't act anything like those women. I'm not catty. I don't make fun of other women. I don't put other women down. I don't talk shit about them unless they come for me. You know, so I'm never going to be a shit starter. I'll finish that shit, but I'll never start it. You know, I'm just not a messy person by nature. So I don't even know how to be messy. I just don't even know how to, like, it's just not in me. So I can't pretend to be something that I'm not. Like, all they do is a whole bunch of catty women. They sit in a room and they just talk shit about each other. Like, y'all already saw me on Real Housewives. Like, you get too much, you get a little leeway and I'll let you slide for a bit. But if you start disrespecting me, especially in my own house, too much, I'm gonna fight. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up. That's just me. I'm not Real Housewives material, because I'm not just gonna sit there and be like, what? You're disrespecting me in my house and my children are right there in the next room? Okay. No, I'm gonna lay you the fuck out. So no, I don't belong there. But I'm also very kind and very gentle. I'm just a spiritual ass gangster. Don't fuck with me. So no. I appreciate the compliment, but I just don't fit in there. Are you still friends with Kenya and Kandi? No. No, I'm not. Gangster, laughable. It's laughable until my motherfucking fist is in somebody's face. And ain't nobody gonna be laughing then. When my hands are locked up behind me. It's cute. Ain't gonna be laughing then. And that's another thing. I'm too old to be fighting anyway. But I will quick to be fighting somebody. I sure as hell will stand the fuck out. What? I will stand my ground to the death of me. Your respect and your dignity is all you have. Ain't nobody gonna come up to me. Not me. I've been abused my whole life. I'm 34 years old. I'm not about to be abused ever again by nobody. Nobody. I will make that loud and clear. Nobody. Marlo and I are still friends, yes. What size breast implants do you have and what profile? Thinking of getting my breasts done. Oh my gosh, getting my boobs done was the best decision I ever made in my life. Y'all know I'll stand behind that every day, all day. You know what? I'll just spray it. So these are 425 cc's. Sorry, I had to think about it. These are 425 cc's. They are gummy bear, silicone gummy bear. I went under the muscle, through the nipple, and it's not necessarily a profile. My doctor doesn't, he pretty much just goes based off of the, the inspo pictures that you decide. Of course, you could tell him what profile it is that you want and everything. He always asks, do you want it more, and for those who probably don't know the profile names, more sitting up, like really high up, or more teardrop. I told him I wanted more teardrop. I wanted really natural looking. So I sent him in a whole bunch of pictures that I had been looking at on the internet. I was a double A before this, guys. I had no meat on my chest. It was all just straight muscle that had to stretch out after my surgery. But, oh my gosh, and I don't have my brush up here. It's okay, I'll do that part later. But yeah, these are exactly what it is that I asked for. I did not think I would ever get the boobs that I was asking for, honestly. I thought I was going to come out looking not necessarily botched, but because I had such a flat chest, I didn't expect to actually get the exact boobs that it was that I was looking for. But I did. No, it did not affect breastfeeding. However, even before I got my boobs, I did not make enough milk for my babies, unfortunately. So regardless of it, I will say Emma was able to get all of my colostrum, whereas the boys weren't able to get that either, barely any of that. So I don't know, I might have did better. People love asking me about my ex. Listen, how would y'all like it if I asked y'all about y'all's exes all the time? I don't even know that man no more. Like, oh my God. Okay, y'all. I'm over here trying to get you right. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? I'm trying to get him right. And he over here complaining. You can't rush the process. How you gonna rush your gift? You know what I'm saying? Oh no, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I am not.
I'm wishing all of you well and take care. Now, loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also, turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.